You got any like feelings towards The Ultimate Fighter? Did you watch it as a kid? Were you a fan? Like, what is it?
Dude, yeah, like for real. I'm thankful right now for sure. You know what I'm saying? I watched it when I was a kid. I did. I watched it. I remember being 9 years old, watching it on TV. Me, my mom, my dad, my little brother, and we would like, hey, my dad told me, hey, there's gonna be this reality show for the UFC. I've watched UFC since I was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? Like since my youngest memories, 5 years old, we were watching old school UFC. Man, you know what I mean? And then yeah, I'd seen The Ultimate Fighter since I was a young kid like that too. I remember when the reality show dropped on Spike TV back then, you know, and we were watching it. Great memories, me and the whole family in our old apartment, you know what I'm saying? And man, dude, I remember Diego Sanchez was in there, you know what I'm saying? Man, freaking Forrest Griffin, Chris Levin, you know what I'm saying? Freaking Forrest and Stephen had that badass fight in the finale. And man, and you know, man, I always had the vision to be in this UFC, but never in a million years though, bro, would I have ever imagined that my path would be coming through this reality show, The Ultimate Fighter. And man, that's a blessing for sure, bro. It's very cool, you know what I mean? So right now, I'm thankful, baby, for sure.
Why didn't you think that you could go through The Ultimate Fighter? If you thought you could make it to the UFC, why can't you go through The Ultimate Fighter to get there?
You know, I just thought I'd get signed, you know what I'm saying? Truthfully, you know what I mean? I just always envisioned myself getting signed to the UFC, you know what I mean? But dang, I didn't know that I would get signed, you know, inshallah, through this type of platform like this on The Ultimate Fighter. Like, oh, dang, like, the people gonna get to really too, then that means they'll get to really, you know, see me on another type of level too then, because you know, the camera's gonna be following us and stuff like that. And then you know, it's like that whole experience like that, you know, during in the house, they see how we train, they see how we hold ourselves, you feel me on that? They see how we act, how we think, you know, and it's a lot more in depth for sure on The Ultimate Fighter like that. And I'm like, man, it's a reality show like that, bro. So, you know, but hey, number one though, gotta gotta win these fights. You know what I mean? So that's how it be. You feel me?
Do you have, well, first off, what does your family think? Mm-hmm. You guys used to watch The Ultimate Fighter in your apartment, and now you're on it. What is your family thought about it?
Well, I was literally, my mom and my dad, my brother, Rai, they're pumped up. You feel me? They're very excited and very enthusiastic. But for sure, I was literally just talking about it with my dad yesterday, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he literally said the same thing. Like, man, you remember whenever you were a little Rick, and then we were watching The Ultimate Fighter the first season, you know, and we were just in there like, dude. And they had some freaking amazing fights on that season. You know what I'm saying? Even too. I'll talk about it, like the drama too, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, that's what The Ultimate Fight had, the drama. I can remember being a little kid, and then like, you know, freaking Chris Levin was outside, sleeping outside, people getting drunk and whatever, and then Josh Koscheck and Southworthy, they were pouring the water hose, and Chris Levin freaking, he got all pissed. He broke the window, you know what I'm saying? He went in and then he broke the door. And then Forrest Griffin even had the little funny part. Forrest Griffin says, I wake up and I just see it's Chris Levin over my bed. And I was like, dang, you know, there's some crazy drama on that show. But hey, that blew it up for the UFC too, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't just the badass fights, but for sure, like, you know, that whole type of setting. It was interesting like that, you know? Those are some like early memories I could remember like that, you know what I mean? We were just sitting on the couch like that, you know? But my dad, we were just talking about it yesterday, man. He's super excited, you know what I mean, that my path has went like this, you know? I'm very excited, and this is it's a blessing for sure. You feel me on that, Okamoto? You know what I'm saying, baby?
I do. I can see it in your voice, man.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I feel it, man. I got that energy deep in my heart right now, bro, you know? And, you know, I channel it right now, you know? I must calm myself up, right? You know, I got so much energy right now. You know, we having fun on the camera right now. We talking, baby. We just chopping it up, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know, right now, enjoying myself. Yeah. When the time comes to fight inside the octagon next week, then I, you know, channel myself to do my best to control my emotions and keep myself calm in that type of situation, so that way I could think better and use my eyes. You feel me? And then believe in myself.
Throughout your career, have people been drawn to you? Because you do have a very positive energy about you.
I appreciate that, bro. I do. Yeah, I would say, like, through my career and just in my life in general, I definitely try to keep a very good energy, a good positive energy whenever I be, you know, hanging out with my people, meeting people, you know, interacting with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I love it, bro. You feel me? I mean, what's I finna say? Like, I even like teach the young children. I teach the kids. That's my job too. So I'm a real nerd for this martial arts life. You know, I live it, breathe it, not just with competing and fighting in my professional career, but as well, I love to teach too. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of my passions like that, baby. You know what I mean? And then I'll be teaching the kids and everything like that, even teaching the adults too. And it's fun, dude, for sure. Do that energy like that, you know?
Did your interest in martial arts come from the show, or were you already interested in it before you saw that show?
Great question. Yeah, my interest in martial arts, I've loved it since I was a young kid, man. Even before the UFC, before I even saw the show, I was already doing martial arts at like the age of 5. I can remember, you know what I mean, training in the garage, me and my father, you feel me on that? Hitting the mitts, hitting the bag, you know what I'm saying? He's telling me keep my hands up, you know, I can remember, you know, we would just be in there. I was like 5 years old, dude, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, man, you know, we're gonna train together first. This is my very first memories like that, you know, before I made it to the dojo at the academy, you know what I'm saying? And me and my dad, we'd be in there in the garage. I gotta share these memories, bro, with you on the camera, man, right now. You feel me, Okamoto? We were in there, I was like 5, and then, you know, we hit the pads, we hit the bag, even like, all right, we'll do some drills now, little sparring drills. You know, my dad throw some punches at me, make sure I'm keeping my hands up, because you gotta know how to block too, you know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, hey, keep your eyes on them. And then like, maybe he would you know, give me like that opening. I can remember so vividly, like maybe like a car drove by or something, and maybe my dad gave me that opening, and he looked away real quick, you know what I mean? That's it. Ooh, I throw my shot, you know what I'm saying? And so since I was a young boy, bro, you know, I was always doing the martial arts like that, and I always watched the UFC too. My dad was a huge fan of the UFC. He seen like the first one, and we would watch it, you know what I'm saying, on the TV back in the day, them old fights, you know, freaking when Tito and Chuck Liddell fought, you feel me? When Chuck and Randy fought, you know what I'm saying? Man, some OG fights, man. Freaking Vitor, he won like the first like big tournament, you know what I'm saying? And Vitor, he was young, 18-year-old Vitor, whatever, from Brazil. That dude freaking just ran through everybody in that tournament. So I can remember watching him since I was a young boy, you know what I'm saying? And that was really one of the things that really did spark my interest, was doing the act of martial arts, you know what I'm saying? And then as well, watching the UFC on the TV, on the freaking box TV, you know what I'm saying? I'll say it too, even watching Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying? Anime shows like that, fighting anime shows. I always really enjoyed it, man, for sure, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's what I've done it ever since I was a young boy, for sure.
Last thing for you, it's just, the influence of your father is very apparent from listening to you talk. Was he a fighter, and where did his interest come from?
Man, yeah, my dad, you know what I'm saying? He growing up like that, he grew up in El Salvador and everything like that, and then him and my whole family, they all came here to the United States from El Salvador, you know what I'm saying? So I'm first generation born here in the United States. My dad's family came from El Salvador, and my mother's family, they came from the Philippines, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I remember my pops growing up, he would tell me, like, you know, it was maybe a little bit more rough in El Salvador and everything like that, you know what I mean? So these were like some of his first, you know, things like that, of having to be a fighter like this, et cetera, you know what I'm saying? And then he had practiced martial arts as well, you feel me? And then helped me out as well, you know? And then even too, later, when I went to my very first mixed martial arts gym, you know what I'm saying? My pops went there too. He went there first, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm gonna go pull up at this new MMA gym, you know, Gracie Baja, the Woodlands, shout out, you feel me? And my pops pulled up, you know what I mean? And then shortly after, I was over there training too, you know what I'm saying? And that was like my first mixed martial arts memory when I was like, you know what, 15 years old, you know what I mean? But before that, I would have been doing Taekwondo at like the young age of 11, you know, wrestling in high school and everything like that at a young boy. And then I pulled up eventually too to the mixed martial arts gym, you know what I mean? So been definitely involved with them my whole life. And for sure, 100%, my father was a big influence like that in that too. Helping me, you know, showed me, you feel me, in that? And thankfully, I was interested in it. I loved it, you know what I mean? And we were just even having fun, baby, you know what I'm saying? And for sure, it was good work too. Like, you know, hey, I can remember, let me share with you, man. There was times I remember, like, you know, even training, getting ready for some of my early competitions and my fights, and me and my father would be training together, running sprints together. We like hit this sprint, right? You gotta go crank out push-ups at the end, right? Crank out 10 push-ups. Sprint it back, crank out 10 squats on the end, sprint it back, gotta crank out 9 push-ups over here, sprint it back, gotta crank out 9 squats over here. And I remember me my father, my little brother Ryu, you know what I'm saying, we was in there cranking them out. All of us together, you know what I'm saying, go hard. Even my little brother Ryu, he was a little bit smaller too. I remember, he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some good memories, bro. You know what I mean? I want to share that, you feel me? But yeah, so since I was a young boy, be like that, you feel me? I'm happy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that you.
Absolute pleasure talking to you, dude.
Us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.